What up, Brad here. Welcome back to another video. Tonight we are looking at a list, or top 5. And I was sitting there thinking, what kind of top 5 do I want to do? And I looked over at my poster, and I have a Mega Evolution poster, and I was like, dude, some Pokemon have become really, really good because of Mega Evolution. Obviously, some kind of stayed neutral in my opinion. We're going to keep those ones out the list. This is going to be a top 5 of the Pokemon that were saved by Mega Evolution. So we're going to get right into it. Alright, number 5 is going to start with Beedrill. My main man Pidgeot, or main woman Apache. That's my shiny Pidgeot that I personally like. So, when we're taking a look at this, what makes Pidgeot a monster is that they literally lowered his special attack to actually increase all of his other stats. So his special attack was already booty. It wasn't going anywhere. They literally took it down to give him more of a boost than just that 100. Raised his attack by 60, and it raised his speed by 70. Just those alone, that is monstrous. So they lowered his special attack by 30, I believe. So it went from 40 down to 10. So you can't run a Mega Special Beedrill. I mean, if you want to, you could try, I guess. I don't recommend it, though. But yeah, they raised the stats up by a total of 130 points. Thank Arceus that he does not get Leech Life. Not really. I like Mega Beedrill a lot, so I kind of want him to get it. But for the sake of this, we'll go with that. And then they gave him fucking adaptability, dude. Like, adaptability. Of all abilities to give Beedrill, to just break the shit out of him. Adaptability. But yeah, Mega Beedrill is number 5. And I personally love that they fixed Mega Beedrill. That's my personal opinion. Like, they fixed Beedrill. Because Beedrill was always one of my favorites, and he just sucked ass, man. Next up, we need that Butterfree. Alright, number 4, unfortunately, is not Butterfree. It is Miss Mawile. And the reason Mawile is on this list is because it was so irrelevant. I remember personally when I found Mawile when I first played 3rd Gen, I loved it. It was amazing. I thought it was a cool looking Pokemon. Terrible fucking stats. How do you fix that? Well, first of all, you Mega Evolve it and you give it your new type called Fairy. What is Fairy weak to? We got Steel, right? Okay, we already Steel type, so whatever. And Poison. Well, I mean, you're a Steel type, so it doesn't really fucking matter. And then Fighting, well, bye-bye, Fairy resists that. So, and then Ground type, you're weak to Ground. But it really does not matter when your attack is that high. So put this in perspective for you. If you have a Mawile that is max Adamant, or max IVs and Adamant, full attack everything, you fucking go all out with huge power, your attack is fucking doubled, right? It is literally insane. You have to use a Primal Groudon with Bulk Up to match that attack stat. Let that register in your head how strong Mega Mawile really is. And they give it Sucker Punch. They give it, like, Play Rough. That uses its attack and your attack. So if it's facing something like a dragon, that shit gets bodied real quick. But yeah, Mega Mawile is a monster. I'm personally not a giant fan. The design is it's too similar for me. They just give it a second mouth. I love Mawile. I don't know why. It's just because I have that memory of 3rd Gen. So I have no problem like putting it on the list and everything. It totally deserves to have the Mega. But goddamn, I'm glad it's banned in most tournaments. Alright, so coming in that middle spot, number 3 is going to be Kangaskhan. And Kangaskhan is another weird one for me because Kangaskhan is the very first Pokemon card that I ever pulled out of a Pokemon pack. The very first holo, so it's the only one I really remember. And I loved Kangaskhan when I was a little kid. It suffered from the same thing as everything else. It did get better throughout the generations, I'm going to give it that. When it had Scrappy, Power Up Punch, it was still a force to be reckoned with because it's still immune to Ghost even though it can hit Ghost. And it's got one weakness, Fighting. It's still a really, really solid Pokemon. It has a lot of type coverage, all of that stuff. But you give it Parental Bond, and you win. Every single stat that Kangaskhan has went up. Like, I'll probably list on the screen what they went up by. But they literally, every single stat but HP went up, which most Megas don't, besides I think Sharpedo is the only one that got an HP boost. But aside from that, Kangaskhan, you obviously know, if you play any kind of competitive Pokemon, not even competitive, if you just go online ever, Kangaskhan destroys fucking lives. All you do is Fake Out, Sucker Punch, Power Up Punch. You win. That's it, you win. They did nerf it a tiny bit in 7th Gen, so the second hit only does 25% instead of 50%. So if you had a move like Power Up Punch that's going and it hits 100, then it would hit 50. This time it hits 100, then it hits 25. So it's not as much, but it's still Kangaskhan will always be a monster because of that Mega. Truthfully, be a monster. Okay, so now we're getting into the big boys, dude. Pidgeot. Pidgeot is number 2, and the reason I chose Pidgeot is because number 1, nostalgia. Just, you love it, you know. It was booty and it was horrible from like 1st Gen onward. It was alright in 1st Gen. I guess it was okay, you know, everybody had one. But it was okay. You kind of, oh, this is my bird, you know. Yeah, that's my fucking bird. And then you go second gen, it was like, what the hell? Third gen, they didn't know what to do with his moveset. They didn't know what to do with its ability. Anything. Motherfucking Mega Pidgeot comes around. And truthfully, I didn't even notice until I started making this list how good Mega Pidgeot really is. Dude, No Guard, Hurricane, you win unless they got Ice. Like, that's it. Ice, I guess some Electric can take it down. But Pidgeot can be relatively bulky. He's not, like, by any means bulky. But if you want to run that way, Hurricane's going to knock anything out. Yeah, you don't have, you know... Yeah, you have the Hurricane going off and the Electric resist that. So, like, Jolteon could probably shit on your life still. But Jolteon shit on his life, so it's... We don't leave that. Anyways, Pidgeot is just amazing. I kind of wish it had gotten a different typing besides keeping the normal flying. I don't know what you would have given it. A lot of people say like fairy and stuff like that. I don't, whatever. Pidgeot doesn't really fit as a fairy type to me, but, you know, everybody has their own things. I don't know. Pidgeot is just, he's a very weird case because he was terrible. When the hell did you ever see a Pidgeot used? I didn't. I mean, personally, I didn't. I didn't see a Pidgeot for years. And I always liked Pidgeot. I made a perfect Pidgeot in X and Y, and that was when I really realized how bad it was. And now it's like, all you literally need to put on there is you need Hurricane, Air Slash, and Roost. And that's about it. Really, you're pretty fast. You're going to hit really hard. Everything's going to hit you, so keep that in mind with that No Guard ability. You will be hit by every single move that's coming your way. But you can still put in a lot of work with Mega Pidgeot. And he's pretty easy to get. I mean, Pidgeys are everywhere, so enjoy that when Pokemon Go transfers to Sun and Moon. Pidgeot's going to be dope. Okay, so number one is going to be the OG. Now, personally, you're going to hate me. I'm not a giant Charizard guy. I love Charizard, but not like everybody else does. I was a Venusaur kid. I liked Blastoise and everything. Charizard, everybody fucking loved him when I was a little kid. Everybody still fucking loves him. I'm an adult. But he's just always a little overhyped for me. I personally, you know, he's just there for me. I use him and stuff like that, but his Mega, though, you want to give me a Charizard X, I'm fucking down for that. Like, Charizard Y is really good. But Charizard X is by far my favorite design-wise. So what was wrong with Charizard is that it's rocks. That's literally it. That's his main problem is it's rocks. And I guess his moveset a little bit, I guess. He had good moves, but you gotta set up. And with how rock is such a common type, so many Pokemon learn like Rock Slide and stuff like that, that it's just Charizard had no win con. And then they gave him X and Y. And X, number one, gets rid of one of those weaknesses. You know, just takes that flying right off and it's like, you're a fucking dragon now, bro. And you just wreck life because you get Tough Claws and you literally body people. That's it. That's your job as Charizard X is you body people. You Dragon Dance and you win. Charizard Y is a tiny bit more strategic. Not really. You just get Drought. Amazing for some teams. Like, one of the best abilities in the game. It's the same thing as Drizzle. It's just one of the best abilities you can possibly have in a Pokemon. Especially when you have something that learns Solar Beam. You win. Like, you win. That's Charizard nowadays. It's so crazy because I played a little bit in Black and White and X and Y. And he was like, alright, just in Black and White. X and Y is when it came out. I played a little bit in Black and White and Charizard was so bad. There was rocks everywhere. There was Excadrills. Everybody could see them. They were half steel types and they still body Charizard. Nowadays, Charizard shits on so many things. It's crazy. Like, Y is good because of the typing. And X is also good because of the typing. They're all good. All the Charizards are good. Charizard's for everybody. No, but I didn't really want to end on Charizard, but, you know, it seemed only fitting because so many people like Charizard, and he really did get saved by Mega. And kind of overplayed it with the 2, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Charizard he's really, really dope. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Charizard sucks. Nobody thinks that. His shiny is amazing. Yada, yada, yada. You know, I'll probably be playing a clip with him fighting Mewtwo in the Origins. You got to like it. That's just how it is. But yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude the list here, guys. That's my top 5 Pokemon that were saved by Mega Evolutions. So I'll recount it for you. You got Beedrill, you got Mawile, Kangaskhan, Pidgeot, and Charizard. And I did not realize, till filming this, there's a lot of first gen on here. I'm not a Gen 1er by any means. By any means. Like, I love every single generation. Even I'm trying to be a freaking PokeTuber here. I'm not a Gen 1er by any means. But there is a lot of first gen because X and Y and Sun and Moon and Oris, they fixed a lot of first gen Pokemon. Like, they fixed a whole lot of them, whether it be Alolan forms or yada yada yada. Megas, stuff like that. So they fixed a whole lot of them. So it's really easy to pick from those guys. But I will do a list down in the future that's just like Pokemon that really deserve an honorable mention, so to speak. I don't really have it on a mention list right here for this one because there's so many Megas that are so good now when they used to be terrible. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get the hell out of here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you do leave a like. And if you do want to subscribe, it's very much appreciated. We just hit 100 subscribers. I think I'm at 115 now. We hit 100 about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So that's really, really dope. I appreciate all you guys' support and everything. I do Twitch streams. It's a little on the DL right now, down low, because I need to get my computer upgraded a little bit so I can stream some different things besides just Sun and Moon and Oris and stuff like that, just shiny hunting. But there will be a whole lot more coming to Twitch. So if you're ever enjoying like streams and stuff like that, you want to get into that kind of stuff, start here. Give me a chance. I promise I will give you guys some good videos. Anyways, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.